for right now, just to let you know.
Screen engaged.
And I gotta put a... Well, welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention, because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, people. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait, there is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
And cast in the map field. Hey! Hello, all you Architects of Fate. I really hope the sound is working right now, because it would be a shame if it weren't. Welcome to Star Trek Adventures Back in Business. Tonight, we are going to enjoy the world of Star Trek, but from the point of view of the Ferengi. Now, the Ferengi. Call them criminals. Call them crude. Call them greedy, but never, ever underestimate them. The galaxy is putting itself back together after the horrors of the Dominion War. Old empires have fallen and new ones are rising, and the once stable galaxy is now facing a very uncertain future. But all that's been buttoned up by frickin' Star Trek Online, which I'm going to ignore. So there you go. The 1,000-year-old Ferengi Alliance is undergoing these seismic shifts with the ascension of Grand Nagus Rom. The old ways of rampant greed, misogyny are giving way to the new ways with the ascension of shared ambition and opening new markets. These changes have impacted all Ferengi, rich and poor alike. So what we're going to do is look in on a merry little band of profiteers and their acquaintances as we all plunge into Star Trek Back in Business. Tonight's episode is called The Ninth Rule, which is, anyone want to read what the ninth rule is? No one gives a shit.
Opportunity plus instinct equals profit.
Yes, the crew has gained a new pilot and also a footrest for the captain. We also have a harpsichord and a hat that seems to be really chatty to someone. And I wonder what house he'll get sorted into. But also, they've also gained a whole bunch of new pursuers that they're really not excited about. And while they're looking for a way out with their hold full of bugs and a whole lot, not many options, they encounter a familiar face. But is it a friendly one? So what I want to do is introduce the cast. Hopefully they can be seen. And let me see, where are you guys? Yeah. So first off, what I want to do is, yay, who did something? Rufus and Skate Deck, thank you very much for your subscription. 22 months and 14 months. Holy crap. And there's a hype train. So that means we're boosted. That means that two people might see us.
Right.
Nobody Nathan says that we cannot be heard. Am I correct in that?
I can hear you all right.
Well, you can
I
hear
can hear
me, but can you hear me on?
That's what I'm checking. Yeah, we could be
kidding.
boosted a little bit,
Nathan,
but nobody's muted.
why are you being such a weenie boy? Thank you so much. Thanks for
JK.
playing on our
We're not
JK.
completely mute.
Huh?
JK.
Oh,
Yeah, he just said JK.
yes, son of a.
Yes, son of a. Just for that, you're all going to need to get some fate chips for this because I believe that somebody discussed that. Felix, will you hand out some fate chips to everybody? Except that nobody Nathan. Damn it. Nobody Nathan also got a reward. Anyway, so what I want to do is, hey, Chellapuck, why don't you tell us really quickly? Everybody's playing 2 characters in this game. We're going to go around and do really quick who's who and what are they doing right now?
Gareth is a Danubian, and he's the engineer in the ship, and he's seen everybody else have villains come after him, and I haven't had any come after me yet, and I'm getting real worried. And one of his wives, Lyra, is a medical officer on board, and she just pretty much does whatever else needs to be done.
Okay.
So, that's us.
All right. And Cash Dash, you want to talk about anything happening with you?
Well, I'm Cash Dash. I'm the captain of this here ramshackle ship, and we're flying all around the Delta Quadrant. Is that which quadrant we're in
I
currently?
think you're in the Alpha Quadrant.
The Alpha Quadrant. I had a 1 in 4 chance.
We did not hire you for your Star Trek lore.
No, sir. But we are, after foiling the attempts of a few different groups to try and, well, thanks for the cheers, Felix. After we foiled the attempts to get our ships repossessed, we are on the way to find some new opportunity down at Tau Jedi Beta. And I'm not too worried about that whole quarantine situation. A little infective disease never hurt anybody, no how.
Okay, and then finally, Cam. And folks, Cam is able only to appear as a disembodied voice, but we have put his shining visage on the screen. So if you don't see any motion, it's not because it's not his inadequate acting skills. Not this time, anyway.
Yes, I am.
Or is more than adequate ventriloquist.
Yes. Yes.
I am real. I am real. I just don't appear so on screen. So I am Dravok, and I'm Noid, and we're here to make some latinum. That's right. So we are cargo handlers and security marshal on this ship. We are very muscly. Yes, that's right. We are muscly. And we are now waiting for instructions from Grand Nagus Rom. Well, you're waiting, Dravok. I am in my quarters listening to the voices of the Hat of Doom. Yeah, you're very much a girly man just hiding in your chambers the whole time. It's making me rather annoyed. I hope the Romulans get you, but I hope the Ryans don't get me.
Oh God. Okay. Well, we could just put you guys on for the whole show. So what's happened is, as far as I can tell, everybody is essentially on the bridge, right, or within spitting distance of it, and a face that looks incredibly familiar. With what looks to be a staff, the Nagus's staff in the background, just kind of barely off screen, and he's dressed in regular clothes. He's not in the fine raiments of office, and so and I believe his words were, "We have to talk."
So talk.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, right. It looks like you're in need of some cargo to take to a place or a place to go.
We surely are. We are also in need of a good amount of latinum, and it sounds like generally those two things come along hand in hand.
Okay, so he narrows his eyes a little bit.
I narrow mine right back.
Well, there's some opportunities in the Gamma Quadrant or the Delta Quadrant.
Delta Quadrant could be interesting, although we do have a destination right now, so any deviation off our current course is going to cost us.
Okay. I think that the Cardassian Ruby Order would probably have some opinions about where you're going.
Mm-hmm. Are they in the room with us right now?
No. Nope.
All right, well, I think I'll take my chances.
Okay. Okay. I wish you luck.
No, hey, look, we can talk, we can make a deal, but I'm not just letting anybody onto my ship. And I give him a big wink. Without discussing.
I'm just a trader and I have some chemosite. He gestures vaguely back. Chemosite is like kind of an explosive rock for some reason.
Chemosite. Well, we're currently on our way to do a little dealing with a mining consortium, so I feel like they could make some good use of that. So we might have a little deal coming on.
Oh, that would be great. I can't transfer it with a transporter because that would lead,
blow us up.
Yeah, that would be a bad thing. It would blow one of us up, and if we're not careful, both of us. So I could send it over in a cargo pod.
Sounds mighty peachy to me.
But you know where else they really want chemosite?
Do tell.
The Delta Quadrant. Like it's a big secret. This big secret.
I make a big show of making a note of that.
Okay.
So,
Cash dash.
Who's paying the most for the chemosite? That's what
Cash
we
dash. It might be nice to get to the Delta Quadrant and lose all these people that are chasing us for various reasons. Perhaps,
Sure, but I don't
in the
think
long
they're going to
run-
be fault.
In the long run, our losses may be made up for by this big delivery to the Delta Quadrant. Just an idea. I mean,
Yeah.
wait, who's in there? Lyra and Fex are also in, right?
yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, they
Laskin
will.
9 is running that. Okay, I just had to move everybody around a little bit. Jeez. It's a crowded bridge because you're tiny people.
Lyra speaks up though. She said she wanted to get a sample of the pandemic that's going on for later storage, for later uses.
Yeah, I don't.
So she's all for continuing our.
I
current
wanted to
mission.
double check. Did Lyra learn about that, or was because Cash Dash was keeping that little nugget of plague to himself?
I think it was general knowledge.
It wasn't
Wasn't it?
intended to be
I don't
for
think-
dramatic tension.
Oh,
I don't remember
I don't know.
me knowing it. I don't
I mean-
remember Feck knowing it, and obviously Noit doesn't know anything right now except hat love.
What I'm gonna do is, Lyra, can you roll a? Let's just go with insight and insight and science or insight and medicine.
insight, and I guess I'm
science
sorry,
or science or
right?
medicine.
Oh,
Either
no,
one is good.
Medicine, insight. We'll go with that. Okay.
Yeah,
gotta get
that's for
13
you to
here.
just catch the big flashing red light in Cash Dash's face that says quarantine on it. You recognize that red blotch.
Oh, sorry about that. I don't know.
Oh, no, I mean,
got a
did
hold of me
you?
there.
Oh, did you actually succeed at all?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Okay,
And a
so
16.
and your target was 15 or
I was trying to-
one success?
I got
Okay.
one success.
Yeah, you can
13.
definitely see it. Did you want to actually just in your exuberance go, and I really want to study the plague?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really want to study
That's
this
totally
plague.
good. The turd can now be in the punch bowl.
The plague?
First of all, I'm skeptical that there is a plague in the first place. I think the Tellarite Mining Consortium has their own whatever they may be, their own reasons for trying to keep people off the planet. Because look at this. I pull it up. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
It's Mar.
Mar.
M-O-R.
M-O-R. I had a feel. You look like a Mar.
Yeah.
Well, just give us one moment. Why don't you get working on that? Kennerite, was it?
Chemocyte.
Kemosabi.
I seriously love the idea that you'll just start calling him that. Because you have a bunch of old Western tapes that you've taken and started like watching and enjoying the hell out of them.
Yeah. I'm looking for a cowboy hat next.
I think also
next
you'll
Planetfall we
start
make.
learning to speak Chinese as well, just to fit in with a cowboy myth. Because you may have watched everything from Firefly, so you can add. Yeah, you can throw fire
there
if
we
you
go.
know Firefly. You can throw Firefly in because that's
on.
one of the westerns you watched.
All right. That's great.
Okay, so okay, and he viewers off.
All right, I spin around to face everybody else on the bridge. All right, first off, yes, Tau Genii Beta is technically under a quarantine warning for civilian bloodburn, but I gotta tell you, the only announcement I could find came dead from the Tellarite Mining Consortium. They don't know heads or tails from one of these little plagues, right? How would they know? I think they're hiding something on that planet. And I think if we can get a little bit of information about what they're doing down there, we can possibly turn it into a little bit of profit for us.
Profit is always good, yeah.
And that,
I agree. But if there is plague, I think it'd be worthwhile to get a sample of it so that you never know when something like that might
if there is
in.
plague, you go buck wild, Lyra. You do your thing.
My only fear is how much is it going to cost us to wear containment suits so we don't get exposed if there is?
Oh.
You have containment suits is the next
Well,
question.
I hope we do. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't checked the lockers because I see the slot for the slip, and I'm like, I'm not putting it in unless I have to.
Yeah, I wouldn't check those. Like right now, it's Schrodinger's containment suit. I would.
If the
I wouldn't collapse that.
if the environmental protection supplies are anything what the medical supplies
You have
are
none.
like,
I mean,
I wouldn't count on
you
it.
got some aspirin.
Yeah, well, maybe this is okay as long as we stay in orbit.
I gotta tell you, I've learned to trust my gut. And besides, I point at Growl. We got a test subject.
We have a couple actually because I'm still not sure what to do with number 9 because we don't want number 7 to know number 9 wasn't really tortured.
Well, he knows now.
Oh, is 7 here?
He's our new helmsman.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
our-
They all look the
he's
same.
our
I
new
thought there was
helmsman.
that other creepy guy.
All right. Well, he's not listening, right?
So do we call him 7, not
Yeah,
9?
7, not 9.
7, not 9.
And 9 is 9.
How's that transfer going, number 7? Oh, we can't hear you.
How about if I unmute the
There we
mute?
go.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think that the transfer is going okay. He's got a shuttle bay open, and it looks like he's standing by to depressurize, so things don't look out of the ordinary.
All right. Well, I assume he's going to secure himself away in that little cargo thingy, and he's going to fly on over.
Oh, I thought he
so we'll
was
just-
going to send over the chemosite.
Yeah,
You thinking he's
Yeah.
going to come over and see us?
I'm thinking he's trying to do a little stowaway. He's trying to get to the Delta Quadrant himself. What for? Who can say? But I'd rather talk to him on my ship instead of on his. If you catch my drift.
Maybe I'll run down and check to see if he's
Yeah,
on
we'll do a
board.
little search for life signs.
Okay, Gorath's gonna go down to the shuttle pod and push buttons and see what.
Oh, okay. You want to bring it on board?
Yeah, bring it on board.
Okay. You want to go? Who's going to push buttons so I don't space them? Gratis?
Gorath,
Okay.
Gorath's gonna go down and push buttons.
Should I go down? Is this cargo fairly heavy? I'm supposed to be a cargo handler, so I suppose.
I
should-
imagine, yeah. Go ahead and
I will go down as well then, Damon.
yeah. Let's keep 2 people. Let's keep two characters in that seat. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, that would be good that you're not all the same person this time. All I'm going to say is that the DM really didn't know what he was doing.
You're a strange fella, Seven.
Yeah, I got a lot. My mama named me Meta. All right, so it's.
I think we're gonna keep calling you Seven. Easier for me.
It was Metro Meta. I made sure my nails was always done right. Okay, it's Gorath and who else?
Dravak.
Yeah, we're gonna go down and
Okay,
out the
I'll
cargo.
take you guys out. Look at that. Gorath is already on there. What a shock. All right. There's extra Gorath. Oh yeah, there's 50% more Gorath. Are you taking the stairs or the elevator?
let's take
Okay.
the elevator, and I'll show Drayback my secret.
Okay, I'm almost waiting for some fan fiction to come out of this. Okay.
So
Yep,
we
so I'll punch in.
do we
I'll
have
punch
to
in
pay
my-
money for this?
I-
I can take the steps. It keeps me nice and pumped up on my calves.
No. Let me show you. So I'll put in my payment code and show Drayback how much it took from my
Okay,
account.
hold on. Did you close the door to the bridge before you left? Because I don't know what the standing orders for the bridge are. If it's
God.
a door that opens and closes.
There's-
Actually, does the door to the
door-
bridge work right now?
The door doesn't work right now. I don't think we
Yeah, I
fixed
believe
that.
it got pretty busted up in that hole.
Yeah, and the control
Okay.
panel
Nausicaa.
is totally destroyed.
Cash Dash, do you at this point want to be suspicious, or are you keeping an eye on a number of other things?
No, I think I'm enjoying my time just sort of poking and prodding at Grell,
Okay.
finding little pressure points. I'm trying to play the blue Danube.
Oh, ouch. The blue denobulin. Okay. So, yeah, you punch it in. I think you can show them your little, because, yeah, everybody's going to have some kind of essentially, there's that little data pad thing that Ferengi carry around. That's where all your credits are. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So I showed Drayback that my Latinum hoard hasn't reduced any.
Okay. Yeah, how much is your Latinum hoard, by the way? Or is there enough Latinum? Yeah, it's
Oh,
enough.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's your typical horde. I just tell him I could probably hook it up for him.
Yeah, that would be great because I don't have very
I'm
much left.
I'm not on board with this charging for everything.
Yeah, I could definitely use that because I do not have much left. I fled with very little Latinum.
All right, cool. So my first opportunity, I'll see what we can do. I'll have to get your codes, and then hopefully we can.
Oh God,
work
this is
something
going to be
out.
good. Okay, yeah, this game turns into one of accounting, which is if we're playing a good Ferengi game, literally accounting should pay off. Yeah, it's accountants in space. That seems specific, but all out. Yes, Mr. Goliath Man is both in our hearts and our spleens.
That's what that is.
Is there any other organs that you want Mr. Goliath Man to inhabit that you will think fondly of him with? So you've got the codes. Dorvek, however, does not have codes yet. But you'll need to cash in, cash out, right? Okay, gotcha.
Right.
All right, so you guys make it down to the cargo bay. Now there's that that beautiful force field thing that just happens in Star Trek.
Yeah.
And so what's his name's gonna do? Yeah, Nine's gonna just you hear Nine's voice just kind of echoing around. Nausicaa 9. Or not, it's 7. Sorry, it's Nausicaa 7.
Is he down here? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so Nausicaa 7's, because 9 is still restrained in Medbay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
what I wanted to do something fancy, so give me just a freaking second here. Or is it cave or is it speaker? I want to try this, so be ready for it. It could be bad. Because it'll be funny. It'll be funny. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay. I hope you can hear me now.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Do you want fries with that? No. This is number 7. Okay. It's coming up. Hang on. I'm going to engage the tractor beams.
Okay, so the tractor beams engage. I don't know if I should roll for him to do anything, or do you guys want to roll for him and tell me what the numbers would be?
Sure.
Okay. He has a 14 to make the tractor beams and crap work. So whoever wants to throw some dice on that.
I'm making him do it. So, all right. Yeah, 7 and an 8.
All right. Well, he generates stuff. He is an ally, so he will generate momentum for you.
Nice.
Because he is an
nice.
ally. And if I can find my momentum,
Sure.
momentum, that puts you up to 6. Oh, 6 there.
We'll make that one, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, and it should pop up in our screen here somewhere.
Sure did.
Oh man, I'm so talented.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Let me see. So we got you got it coming in. This cargo pod, and it's it's about the size of like a Mini Cooper kind of thing, the little Mini Cooper thing.
Okay.
Anything but metric. I will do anything but metric. So it's about the size, about a Mini Cooper. It looks like a standard Ferengi cargo pod. It's sealed against all kinds of atmosphere, and also, as you already know, is sealed against scanning.
Yeah, but there's got to be a control panel on it that will tell us.
Yeah, there's a little manifest. It says there's 385 kilograms of chemocyte. I mean, it's an invoice. It's like
Right.
the little shipping label on your Amazon package and reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's that's the invoice. That's what's on the sticker. And since we've all dealt with Amazon, we know
Well,
that's
I
true.
want to open it
What?
up to see. I want to open it up to see if we have any
Okay.
stowaways.
Oh,
So if Draybach wants to be ready to,
Okay,
Pounce.
I'm warming up my energy whip.
have you put
This time I won't have
Okay.
two failures.
have you put latinum in it yet?
I'll use some latinum. Yeah.
Okay. I really need to find out if we need to actually keep track of inventory. It was the one thing I did not want to do in this game. A game that's
we
all
need like
about
a
cargo.
We need a running spreadsheet tally in chat.
I-
Referred to.
Oh dear God.
actually, I have an idea. Why don't you have like a little tick? You know, like we can keep track of ticks, and then whenever we need latinum, we can make a save, and however many ticks you have is like a plus or minus to that save.
Yep. Each one of you are going to have to do that individually,
Sure.
which is the reason I didn't want to
Yeah.
do it. But
Well, grass, grass
yeah,
is
zero. What we may do is, I think, because there was a thing called reputation as a stat in the game. What I think I might do is give you guys a wealth stat in the future, which would be the thing of
Okay.
like there's your wealth, and then there might be a cash on hand kind of behavior thing. So we probably will give you two scores, like a wealth and a cash on hand. And what I'm going to do is
The other thing is,
What?
it's pretty much a sealed system.
what on the ship.
Any of the latinum that comes to me, I just pay them back.
Well, not as much.
Well, sure, but it's virtually a sealed system. There's not that much really coming off the top, because I assume there's not that much in the system yet.
There's not that much.
When we actually start selling stuff,
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll work out the we'll work out the stat for it, and it'll probably be a D20 kind of either a D6 or a D20 kind of roll. But I think it's going to probably be a D20, if that's okay.
Yep.
for me.
Yep. So what
That
we'll do
sounds
is for right now, and I would go routine things are like a 15 or less, because it's a roll under system. And then 10 is like, a bigger thing, and then 5. So we'll give you guys some base targets. But yeah, thanks for that, because you're right on the tick thing, to increase or decrease the difficulty. It might also be like, the difficulty level, how many successes you need to generate.
Right.
So we're going to try and torture this, because I haven't talked to the game designers about how does money work, and it doesn't.
Shake down.
We're shaking them down. We need to do a good old fashioned shakedown. So you do have a pod. You are opening it now, Gorath? Okay. 'Cause
Yes,
it's
we'll
like
open
all
it.
things. It's not coded or anything. The hatch just comes open. It swings down, because this is like TNG era, so the thing just goes down like a ramp. And there is simply barrels of what look to be sealed containers that are, about the size of a kitchen garbage can, like 15 liters.
Okay. All right. So I wanna make sure it's an indeed chemocyte, and I also want to make sure that it's
Okay.
stable. Like if the barrels keep it stable, or do we have to rig up a better system? so they
It
don't
looks like
blow up?
it looks like the barrels are fairly well stowed. They've got the little green blinky light that says it's good.
Okay.
And
Right. And it is indeed
You
chemosite.
can pop it open and scan it, but you can also scan it through this container because it's not shielded against scanning.
Right. That's what I was going to
Yeah,
do. I'll
scan
it
through the container indicates it's wonderful, explosive, volatile chemosite.
No.
Of course, I do want to check and see
Okay.
if I
Cool.
got chemosite correct, but I'm pretty sure I do.
I
Cam
would have no way of knowing.
I know Cam would have stopped me though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's right. At first, when you said it, I thought ketracite, and that's the liquid that the Jem'Hadar use. But then I was like, oh no, they just sound close.
Chemosite, refined chemosite. It is a multiphasic isotope and isolytic compound. Blah 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 blah. Contraband. Blah blah blah. Beta radiation of the remaining chemosite. Yeah, it's contraband, so that's even better.
Ah, and that explains why the overall the pod was not able to be scanned through.
Yep. He sabotaged the shipment later, used as a weapon. Okay, yeah. Radiolytic
okay.
signature of the canister and ship. Oh, whatever. Okay. Its Enterprise was in it too, so that's one of the other bad things. Yeah, it will blow up if you expose it to a high level of energy, which is what I thought. I just wanted to double check. There's no reason for it, but hey. Okay, so you have canisters of chemosite. You have like 385 kilograms. It is not a gram more or less than he had stated, which is weird.
All right, cool.
Because it was a normal deal with
This is a very normal deal with
the
a Ferengi.
Ferengi.
Wow, that's pretty good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna seal the pod
Okay.
back up then again, so it can be like an extra measure against accidents.
Is there a way we can lock this thing? Borat, you know more about engineering. I mean, because we just pushed a button
I'm
and
sure
went
there
right in. How do we know these Nausicaans won't take it and try to blow us up?
What?
Yeah, that's a good point. Can I put a locking?
Yeah,
code on
it
it?
is a think of anything you do with a kind of a smuggling style container. So anything that would make logical sense is absolutely in play. So you can put a lock code on it. It doesn't have one currently.
Okay, I'll do that. All right, I'll make a lock code for it, and
Please insert 3 bars of latinum.
I put in my-
Bars, not slips. Oh, this is an expensive pod.
That's not even one of mine.
So I'll put in my my own personal sequence of
Which
numbers.
sequence are you putting in?
Is this for the? Oh, this is
This is
not
not the
through
ship's.
the ship,
This is not
it?
the ship's technology. This is going to cost you real money, son.
In
Yes.
bars.
Yeah, bars. Lose
So-
all our profit if we.
So
put this
basically,
over.
if we got a read on what a bar is worth, because a slip is sort of like a buck, and then it goes up by hundreds.
Then there's strips, and then there's slips, strips, and
Well, I don't
bars.
want to. I
and
don't
then
want
there's
to.
bricks.
I'm not
And
going to
then
spend
there's-
more
Oh
bars
shit!
for
Okay,
this.
should I? No, I think it should be bars. You want something sealed? It's going to require a deposit.
We'll let Cash Dash. He can take that option.
Yeah.
if he wants.
You talking to
It's
Cash
his
Dash
ship.
about any of this, or is Cash Dash watching?
Yeah, I'll we have our comms
Yeah,
back
you-
up,
you
right?
already fixed
Yeah,
that.
we have our
Yep.
comms back up. Yeah, so Cash Dash. So I thought it might be a good idea. We thought it might be a good idea to put some kind of lock code
Right.
on this pod,
Understandable. It's very highly
Um,
explosive.
but it's asking for a couple bars of
Oh,
latinum.
bars. Oh,
Yeah.
Just place it so that the door's up against the wall. That should do it.
Okay. Good idea. We'll
All I
strap it in
know
real
is that
good.
every Star Trek person's brain just exploded at how simple that was. Because the door opens down. Shove it up
Yeah,
against the
we're
wall.
not paying that. No chance. Just get it buried in with the bugs and make sure that door won't open.
And then we could put the code on the anti-grav lifters because we do control those. Then no one can move it away from the wall.
Perfect. Good thinking.
I think that's one.
I think in the meantime, I would like to try to open up the communication with the shuttle pod if it's still around.
Oh, yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, I want to try to
open it back up.
Hail them again. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Well, hi there. You just, I gotta admit, I'm really not sure what your game is. I thought I had you pegged, but you sent that over. You didn't ask for a deposit or anything. You didn't short me.
No, I'm just saying that you could get a good percentage in the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah. All right. Look, I'm a straight shooter as far as Ferengi go, and I just want to know. I'll do it. I want to go to the Delta Quadrant myself. I don't think there's that much left in this quadrant for us. So once we take a look at Tau Genii Beta, and if you provide me a real good reason to make my way to Delta Quadrant, a concrete reason, I think I could be persuaded. But I think we should drop the pretense, and you should tell me what's going on here.
Well, you really don't want to be here when your creditors catch up. That's
No,
a good
I surely
reason.
don't. That is a good reason. That's a good reason to get out of anywhere.
And maybe you would be understanding of it. It seems like you understand how to do business without lying.
To a certain degree.
That is something that maybe, I don't know. How do you feel about what Grand Nagus Rom is trying to do? Which you clearly recognize he is Grand Nagus Rom.
Right.
Okay.
And remind me, he's ousted.
No, Grand Nagus Rom is currently president of the Ferengi Alliance, in charge.
Oh.
He's a king. And he has been instituting societal reforms to move away from essentially the worst of capitalism and conniving and underhanded stuff, and wants women to be able to earn money and things like that. So basically, the Ferengi. You've seen a few of their episodes.
Yeah.
They're fairly mischievous, fairly devious, and Rom is trying to make things to harness that profit motive, but not. But separate it from the more toxic parts of the thing, which makes the Ferengi completely untrusted by anybody. Yeah, he wants to actually make a trustworthy Ferengi.
Well, I gotta say, I'm not. The reason I got creditors coming after me in the first place is because my sister took over my business, which had Grand Nagus Rom not been doing what he was doing, I would be sitting pretty on a pile of bugs we were importing from all over the system. But I can't hold that against Grand Nagus Rom. That's Vashtas's problem. She just took advantage, as any good Ferengi would do. So, all in all, I suppose I wouldn't, I surely wouldn't say shoot the Grand Nagus right out of the sky if he were to approach me in some sort of little shuttle pod.
Well, whoops. I mean, I don't know if the Grand Nagus would travel in such a lowly conveyance.
No, surely not.
No. The bodyguard behind him is just shaking their head. She's this deadpan person, and she's just rolling her eyes way back there. Just not believing how this is not going to work.
Look, Moa, I think we are going to make a quick pit stop down at Tau Genii Beta, but I can assure you that the shipment you've entrusted into our care will make it where it is supposed to go. In return for, what do you say, a brick?
Well, I was thinking that you would get to keep 20% of whatever you could sell it for.
Mm-hmm. And a brick to start.
Maybe 5 bars. Which is like
bars.
half a brick, I think. Let me double check. Is it by
Oh,
hundreds or
if
by
that's
tens?
half, I'm happy with that.
Let me check on the brick slips and oh god. Brick slips and
Brick
bars.
slips and
And
bars.
of course,
And strips.
how much is a
Without
brick of
strips.
gold pressed latinum worth? Oh, good lord! They actually give you a U.S. dollar conversion.
Okay, so what did I
That's
just ask for?
Pointless.
Just
Let
to
me
give
see.
me a vague.
How much is 1 bar of latinum? Okay. Holy shit. 100 strips is a slip. Okay, 1 bar. Yeah, I need. Fucking hey, guys. Jesus. Just how do you make it easy? Hey, Cam, I'm putting you on the hot seat here.
All right. So 100 slips is
Yeah,
one
I can
strip.
find out that stupid conversion.
Then 20 strips are 1 bar.
God.
And the bars to bricks
They
thing,
don't list.
they have not ever put in
course.
canon. So we can canonize it to however we want. We can
I
say
want it to be
10 bars.
some whacked out version. I want
13.
British. I want it to be, like 17 or something.
Yeah, a prime number. It surely has to
a
be a
prime
prime number.
number. Just so that it makes no sense. And it's an uneven number, so you can't get 50%.
Wow, it can't be divisible.
And that's perfect. So yeah, something like 17 or 13 would be wonderful.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 17 bars per brick. Apparently, it costs you $100,000 for a bar. And I forget how many bars Quark's frickin' bar was worth. But they give you'll figure it out later. But yeah, this will be considerable money. But he's willing to give you 5 bars out of a brick, which is roughly a third.
Yeah, okay. I'm willing with and 20%.
Yes, but that would be bigger if you went to the Delta Quadrant.
The Latin sorry, the Chemosite's going to the Delta Quadrant. Don't you worry about that.
Okay.
I think we have ourselves a deal, Moa.
Yes, that would be. Yes, we have a deal. Mm-hmm. And then he transmits like a little contract dealy wop over to you for you to sign.
I read it.
It's got a
twice.
lot of fine print.
Yeah. Well, I'll get back to you in a moment. You understand?
Okay. And you guys can decide if there is any fine print. What I'd like to do is throw that over to chat if anybody's left. Is there any chat? Is there any fine print?
Any fine print on the contract from the Grand Nagus
From the Grand
that he's
Nagus.
trying to get me.
Okay. Goliath Man says yes. Yes, of course.
Should I roll to see if I find it? Well,
Yeah.
we
We'll come up with it, but
Yeah, in the
sadly there's
meantime.
not a freaking business acumen skill either in this game. So this is going to be command, and if you have any command and reason would be
All right.
my thoughts.
Yep.
I mean, because there's traditional Ferengi contracts which just have things in them like Apple terms of service, but right now you're dealing with an Apple terms of service.
All right, so under 11, I got a 2 and an 8.
Okay, you do indeed spot the what could be seen as a poison pill in the contract.
And I do have I have the art of the deal and backstabbing as my focuses.
Oh, that'll do it. The art of the deal is definitely going to be it. What I'm going to do is Cameron and Paul.
Yes.
What kind of
Yeah.
unless Goliath Man comes up with something in a hurry. But I'm thinking that there's got to be something where either the ship is forfeit or Cash Dash has some kind of personal servitude.
Indentured
Oh, he says, wait a minute, I'm making something. Oh, crap. All right, what we'll do is you may find it. What was it? Okay, it's some kind of a poison pill in a contract, Mr. Goliathman. There's a contract to do a thing, and somewhere in the contract that he's about to sign is going to involve something that may or may not be distasteful. We are not going to do centipede. We won't do Ferengi centipede. Oh, okay. All right. So what I'll do is let Goliathman figure that out, and you're still reading it anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So the Nausicaan is saying, "Well, we're still I'm not Rom anymore. Hey, we're still drifting toward the blue thingy, which was the planet on the designator. And it looks like there's a ship in orbit.
All right. Well, we should fall into orbit as well, and if they try to hail us, just tell them I'm busy.
Okay. Do you care what it is, or do you just not care
Okay. What is?
what the ship is?
What the ship? Oh, sure. Yes, of course. Yeah, that's a question I should ask as the captain.
I just thought you were just cool and just going to ignore them. Okay.
I do want to play it cool, but
Okay.
More knowledge is always more useful.
Yeah, it's
Just
we're gonna slide into orbit here. Well, we're gonna not orbit yet, but yeah, it looks like it looks like it's a Tellarite merchant ship. It's like a one man or one pig ship. And it looks a little bit, and it looks like it's maintaining the marker buoys. Why is it maintaining marker? Oh wait, someone just said plague in front of me, didn't they? Yeah, plague is general knowledge now. Okay.
Yes.
It looks like it's maintaining the marker buoys for that plague you said isn't important.
It's not.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's a false flag. So yeah, I think if that deviates, you let me know. But in the meantime, I do have a contract to read.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that somebody has a contract to write, to be honest. I'm Mr.
is that-
Beta here. So let me see. We're going to go back to Noit with his
Yes.
hat. How's the hat?
Yes. It seems to be good.
Okay.
It's telling me that we should go to the Delta Quadrant as soon as possible. It says there's something there.
Enjoy the Delta Quadrant. What do I sound like? Oh, well. Okay.
It's telling us, yes.
No, don't go to the Delta Quadrant. Go to the Gamma Quadrant.
Gamma. Ah, that's the word I was looking for. Of course.
No, the Gamma Quadrant's for pussies. Go to the Delta Quadrant.
All right, so Noid is now
Noid's, yeah, there you go.
thoroughly confused with the instructions from his helmet. Delta, Gamma, it's just not making sense. Tell me more,
I don't know if you're going to move this story forward, or you're just going to sit. Have you put the hat on, or are you just talking to it?
Okay, that's a good idea. I have not put it on yet. So I'm going to say, tell me more, helmet, and I'm going to put it on my head.
Okay.
Okay. You should be in Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff. Yes.
It's decided.
Is that the Gamma Quadrant or the Delta Quadrant?
Yeah, it's like Hufflepuff.
Take me to the place where the deep rivers run shallow.
The place where the deep rivers run shallow. I'm going to put that into the computer and see if I can get any references for that, because I was originally kind of the pilot for this ship, but then since the helmet took me over, I have not thought about piloting the ship in a while.
Okay.
But I'm gonna see if I can find a reference to the deep river.
You're just gonna do that, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna put
the computer comes back
put my
with
slip in.
Yeah, the computer comes back with 374 references to rivers running deep and shallow. And some of them involve philosophy, and some of them involve like physical places, and other ones involve a lot of self-help books. Because this is a Ferengi library, there's a lot of self-help books.
Okay, well, I'm going to narrow it down because the voice told me the place where the deep rivers run shallow. So I'm going to remove all the self-help and philosophical references and see how many are left. The actual physical place.
The computer comes back with nothing that's not a literary reference. There's a poem and a dessert.
A dessert?
Yeah, there's a dessert on Altair Prime.
Okay, so I'll write down Altair Prime.
And it's a dessert on Altair Prime.
Okay. But I'm going to look up the coordinates of Altair Prime. Gamma or Delta Quadrant?
It's Alpha.
Ah, okay. And then the poem. What are the contents? I'll read the poem.
Oh, God. Hold on, I'm just seeing Mr. Goliathman's going to dig me out of something here. Yeah, I think Mr. Goliathman's got a whole thing. You can decide what you want to do with that, Dave. Have you seen it? There may or may not be probing involved. There you go. Enjoy. Thank you for your offer. It sounds like Mr. Goliathman may have already read the Apple Terms of Service. And that's only upon failure to deliver the profit back. And also, it's the fat Kirk. I can't make out mute.
It's the Star Trek,
Toy.
the Star Trek Generations Kirk.
Yeah, Star Trek
Kids
Generations Kirk,
from
the big one.
from the kitchen scene when he was scrambling the eggs and that vest looked particularly snug.
Okay, I'm sorry. Dave was about to say something.
Yes, I have. I have seen Mr. Gladsman's contribution. I would like to try to edit the contract to basically where it says signee, edit to ROM.
Let me check and see.
I want to try to swap that phrase in
Gonna
the
try and
contract.
swap that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check. Well, the sound button says,
It says
no.
no.
It looks like the contract is kind of locked up.
Well, I'll just that's all right as long as I look. I think we got a good we got an okay deal out of this. Lube.
Okay, hold on just a second. I'm about to do something horrible. Oh man, this is actually good. You don't deserve this poem.
Excellent.
We're gonna throw that in. I don't know where would be the best place to throw this in. I'll throw it in here. Why am I sounding like Rom? Okay, that's if you can read your Skype.
Yeah. Okay, I'm reading it.
Gorath Cam is taken over. What? Did I miss something?
It's just,
Oh yeah, Gorath has gotten huge. Again, no idea why. I think it's basically when your bandwidth gets really good, Paul.
Yeah.
The better the internet, the
The
bigger
better the internet, the
cam.
bigger the head.
All right, so in reading this poem, Noit, his areas of focus are archaeology, ancient technology, and astrogation. So I'm going to try some kind of a computer cross-reference to see what this poem was, where it was written, and what it was written about, and who the author was.
It asks you for a lot of latinum.
A lot? Like how much is a lot?
More than you've got right now. As a DM, I'm going to go more than you have. God damn it. I don't feel like answering this question right now.
Stop, please.
I just want to get to where I need to go.
Okay. Right now, because it's a Ferengi computer, not a Federation computer. Who's doing the Captain Kirk Red Alert thing?
That's my text message sound for my wife. My wife.
The fact that you have Captain Kirk commanding a red alert when it's your wife calling is something that I don't think we want to examine closely right now. But when we do a cast chat open to the group, I think we'll do it. But yeah, so what say the line? Say the line. I'm not sure what. Okay.
Put it in.
Huh?
In our Skype chat.
Oh, good Lord. You need lube, says the scanner. Oh God. Yeah. I think that oh no, here's what happens. This is in the helmet.
You will need lube.
I will need lube, yes.
Hopefully
He's going to be Googling for a while longer.
my normal voice is back. So yeah, you've got this, but right now the computer is going to like tell you that it can't currently figure that out. It doesn't have any good references. It's going to take it a while to digest the poem.
Okay. And Noit doesn't know about the secret code yet, so he's not going to ask anybody to help him.
Okay, and also it did say, but if you want to calculate a spreadsheet or compound interest, I am there for you. Because that's a thing.
Is this poem written by a Romulan? Can I at least find that out?
What? Is it written by a Romulan?
Yes.
I don't know. They hate poems. Let me see. Oh, good Lord. I can tell you who really wrote the poem.
Well, no, but I mean, they're the
I
ones.
dare
that
you to
are
Google
chasing,
it, bitch.
They're the ones
What?
chasing me for the helmet.
They
So
are.
I'm wondering if in ancient Romulan text has this poem in it. I guess
Okay.
that's my more narrow computer search.
Okay. You're just going to say cross-reference with Romulan stuff?
Yeah, with the
Yeah, it's looking at you. The computer just says, I have no idea what you're talking about. Are we trading with the Romulans right now? Hold on. Let me look up. And it comes back to, now I figured out a way to handle some of this. It comes back with, okay, there's some Romulan trade references that we can go through, and it starts bringing up books of trading with the Romulan Empire, how to make sure that someone else gets blamed for you're offending them.
So I'll tell it to end program just in case it's keeping a running tab on slips. So I'll say cancel search.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, you're gonna need Computer Access Pro on a monthly subscription. So it'll start
Exactly.
asking for monthly subscriptions because this is capitalism, baby.
All right, so Noit will leave the helmet on and see if he can think of things to commune with it to get more information.
You don't like do visualizing and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna flip around since there's Noit's navel gazing. Is there? Back on the bridge, Cash Dash, you have deciphered. You found the fine print.
I roll my eyes.
How many? By the way, how many other? How many successes did you have?
It was 2 unless one of my focuses extended the critical.
It should have extended up to like whatever your.
One of them was a 2.
Yeah, one of them was a 2. Then that falls in your critical.
Okay.
So that means you have 3
So
successes.
that was 3
Yep.
total.
All right. What you've done is you've found the traditional Ferengi, oh, for fuck's sake, fine print. However,
Yeah, all right.
reading further in, there is additional fine print, which does involve your indentured servitude to the Bank of Farengar.
Is that on a failure to do something?
On a failure to do something. On a failure to remit the agreed upon percentage.
The 80%.
You become your ship, and your desiccated remains, if any, become part of the Bank of Farengar, and they're authorized to use whatever means necessary to retrieve you.
And is there a date by which this needs to be completed, or is it just upon sale?
Amazingly, it's open-ended.
Okay. I'm all right with that.
Because the DM is not a big fan of ticking time clocks, even though he probably should be.
Oh my God. Desiccated remains, firstborn, etc., etc.
Oh no, they don't want. They don't want your firstborn. They just want your desiccated remains.
Firstborn. Just the desiccated remains.
Yep.
Well, all right. I think we got a deal. I'm going to sign that and send it right on back.
Okay. The not Nagus says, "Okay, I'll be looking forward to all of the things in the Delta Quadrant."
Delta. Oh yeah. Oh, is that what you said? I thought there was Beta Quadrant.
No.
Goodness me.
Delta Quadrant.
That would have been real bad.
I don't think the Klingons would like the Beatles.
Noted.
I don't know. They might
Did I
put some distortion on them.
boo? Ow. Okay, everybody gets. I get a point of threat for that.
All right, boy. You take care now. You hear?
One more thing. Also, I think that you would find customers for your Beatles in.
Let me guess.
Where?
Let me guess.
Where?
Delta Quadrant.
You do have the lobes.
Wiggle wheel.
Wiggle wheel. And you umox yourself on the bridge,
No.
as is a requirement. Yeah, it's like just sort of like, well, Quark did that a lot, which was amazing. Definitely, it involved cupping yourself. That was a thing. All right, so you've the simple humble trader Moore. The shuttle pod just kind of fucks off, and you guys have a what's it called? You guys are headed toward a planet that has a Tellarite. What would it be called? I think I called it a Tellarite shuttle. Doing maintenance, or a single person ship doing maintenance on those marker buoys that are clearly not. They're clearly there for show. No plague whatsoever.
Ah,
Don't worry, Lear. It's only a matter of time.
Oh, are you sure about the plague?
I'm quite certain.
Seven looks over at Lyra about it. Why were you excited about germs? Do you sell soap?
germs are fascinating.
Oh, God. Oh, no, you sound like a Vulcan. Those people are terrible.
Agreed.
They're insufferable. So what
Well,
are we
the
going to
great
do?
ability.
Are we going to give him a plague? And he points to Grell.
You know what? I don't think that's a half bad idea. You got any down there, Lyra?
Not at the moment.
Well,
Got
I
any-
suppose.
I just recently decided to start making a collection.
Well, we do have a good test subject for you when if it ever gets to that point. I don't know if you took any of them oaths or what.
Yeah, are there any oaths involved here? I will say, Dvorak and Goreth, you guys are going to shove the cargo pod over to where it belongs so that it's up against the wall?
Yeah.
Let me get these anti-grav lifters, Garth. There's no use giving ourselves hernias with this thing. And then afterwards, if you can lock the anti-grav so other people can't move this.
Yeah, that seems
Okay, so
work.
there's only 2 anti-gravs on the ship. So you're going to lock the only 2? Or just take them off? How are you doing this? And also, they do want money. It wants some slips for it.
But at least we control the amount of money more so than
Yes.
locking the door was expensive. I would say we should lock both of these, don't you think, Gorath? And we could give the codes to Damon Dash.
Yeah, we can. I think that'll work.
Okay. Oh God, Goliath man, what are you doing to us? The D20 rolls have begun, gentlemen.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. I like the idea that it's Mr. Goliath man doesn't know anything about Star Trek, which puts him in pretty much half the group here. So this is good. Yeah. All right. So you're lock the move the anagraphs, get it there, and then lock the anagraphs down so they just can't be reused without your off code.
Yeah. And then maybe we should head back to the bridge deck.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll head on back.
Okay, so you if you relayed the data up to Damon, apparently he's a Damon now, so that's good.
Well, he's in command of the ship, so I give him proper credit for being the Daemon.
Yeah, we haven't used those for a while. That's like a season 1 Ferengi.
Well, I have the energy whip.
Yeah, all right, we're going old school.
I'm an old school Ferengi. That's how it was when I left for the Orion Syndicate. I come back, things have changed, but I have not. Other than now I'm running from Orion.
Okay, you've locked up the anagraphs, handed over the code, I assume, or brought it back up to him. And so you guys are all there. You're about to settle into orbit, unless there's anything else you want to do before you settle into orbit, or what do we want to do here?
I almost don't even want to stop in orbit. I want to go straight down to the planet. If there's only one little ship.
Yeah, there's only one little ship.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna blaze right on by.
Okay.
Find a place to set down. Whatever looks like the biggest settlement that has a Tellarite mining consortium, whatever's the newest big construction down on the planet's surface.
Okay, you want to look for an Amazon distribution center?
Yeah,
Okay.
something along those lines.
I'll look for that. Those are the Tellarites. They make them squat and practical. I think is the phrase. Yeah, they're very practical.
There's a traditional mud bath outside on one corner.
Probably.
Yeah.
So he's going to go in. He says,
Okay, the ship's given me a warning that we're violating quarantine.
Yeah, I reach past him and override it.
Okay, it wasn't going to be all pissy, but yeah, if you want to turn that yellow light off, that would be great, because that's making me nervous.
Yeah, the alarm's a little annoying, but we'll get used to it.
okay. So you cruise down. There's a man, Lara, can you run comms? Because I really hate having to be the only guy. 9 is 9 or 8, 7 is just like running everything right now, so he doesn't need to do that.
Yeah, she can.
Okay, glitch for Dave. Oh dear God. Okay, Dave, you see your glitch?
Now, is this a glitch for Cash Dash or for Dave?
I believe the rules as written. the wish as written involves. I think he didn't say which, Dave. I think that because the nice part is, Dave, I'm going to inflict you with because we're at the end of session right now because it's 9:00 my time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to inflict you with I'm going to inflict you with this. This glitch will carry over to your next game.
disastrous.
to the next game in which you are a participant. If I didn't
See you Sunday, Mr. Goliath Man.
because I think that this involved. Yeah, I'll hand out. I'll hand out architect chips in a bit. But I do want to say thanks everybody for getting us at least to the planet. For what it's worth, we have gotten to the planet. You have encountered a Ferengi who's somewhat honest, and which is unusual. And speaking of other unusual stuff, just want to let you all know that there's some unusual stuff going on the channel after this. And let me see if I can get it. Tuesday at 7, Conan Adventures in Agent Dreamdove, snowed in. After an eventful evening leading to the stabbing of the Mushroom Giant. Oh, good Lord, who writes this crap? All right. The party awakens in a deep snow-covered hunting lodge filled with people of various purposes and secrets. Will the party play with their words or their blades? Wednesday, 8 p.m., Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, Call of the Netherdeep, from Banditos with Love. Continuing their descent into the Betrayer's Rise, the Banditos are cursed into turning on each other. And while most of them broke free of the curse, one remains cursed, and he's charging up his next fireball. Will they break Boltar free before he is turned to ash? Can Goliath manage to actually hit anything besides the wall? There's only one way to find out, and that is not to let Goliath Man anywhere near the chat. Let me see. Thursday, the Evil League of Evil. You call this guarding. The villainous PCs are supposed to be bodyguards for Bad Horse and Ralph Nader, yet they find themselves mucking about in the sewers. Will the villain PCs be reunited with their charges, or will they die amidst the feces, urine, and rats who didn't earn a spot in the Bad Horse's Evil League of Evil? Tune in to find out how this wild and crazy story will play out next with a totally new novel game mechanic system. So enjoy that. That's half as entertaining as us trying to do things. And then Friday, Cookie Trek. What's the frequency, Kenneth, where the players will have to deal with a story of interrogation, shield harmonics, and a long-lasting romantic affair? So those three elements must be involved in the next plot for Cookie Trek. Join them again on Friday as you end your week. And then, Dave, do you want to talk us through what might happen on Sunday?
Sure. Well, on Sunday, a week ago Sunday, a magical fluke has transported the Dungeon Master himself into the midst of the party, and his admittedly questionable amount of prep has paid off. He warned the party of an ambush by Withers and an upcoming battle with an undead beholder. One long rest later, the party is leveled up and ready to face their next foe. Oh yeah, and Aladdin's got a gun.
It's better than Jenny. And then finally, on Monday, Bejor Rising, the sister show for this, Career Day. What happens when the one intern who on his first day of work was rendered completely to ash by an ancient Bajoran artifact that appeared in the replicator? How will the players break it to the ship's cook, whose son is now just a pile of ash? And will this bode poorly for the upcoming Career Day on the USS Odyssey? It's going to put a tarnish on something. Anyway, what I wanted to do is say thanks to all you players. Is there any plugs or anything you guys want while I figure out a raid?
No, I think this is all I do.
Damn it. All right. Let me see. Is there Star Trek? I'm just trying to find us a quick raid. There's Star Trek Fleet Command. Mystical Science. There's somebody who's a girl. Let's start a girl raid.
Girl raid.
Girl raid. I think it's someone who's playing Star Trek Online.
All right.
But no, thanks guys for doing this. Hopefully we'll be back in 2 weeks' time to figure out what the mystery of the planet is and what the mining consortium is trying to do. So everybody, it's probably not evil capitalism or anything. I'm sure it won't be coded. And also, will the chemosite go off in the hold prematurely? Anyway, give a shout out, people, to the raid, and see you later.
All right.
I think I got that right.
Yeah, it happened.
Holy cats! I am